Welcome. Welcome. Whee. Oh, what a day, what a day. Yee. Gotta work. Go get 6 today, it's a 1. Ain't gonna be too bad. I hope we stay busy though. Oh my god.
Wave 8. No man's balls off. Watch it, more Zeds. Easy. Where did they go? I make. Nice, huh? Quiet that siren down.
The resupply pod is open. Spend your dosh and shut up.
This gun does really good against normal enemies. It just sucks against fucking bosses.
Must be the cleaner's day off.
Yeah, I was listening to this new guy I listened to. He's Levi Nash or Nish or whatever it is. He talks about all the TikTok women and that, the boss babe stuff and blah blah blah. And women are trying to conquer the world. Just, men give women everything because we want to protect them. So when we have to give them everything to feel better about their life,
Let's see what happens when we mix things
they
up some.
intentionally
Try this one out.
They intentionally love to get fucking upset and complain about it. Like, we gave them the right to vote because they bitched about voting. They didn't want to vote at all. They want men to do all of it. So we gave them the right to vote, which in some ways was a huge mistake because then they start creating stuff that was just like, well, stupid. Like, what? Why are you voting for? Like, I have people that literally be like, oh, if you voted for Trump, I'm not gonna like you, huh? Because you didn't vote for a woman. Well, why the fuck would I vote for a woman that's a drunk? Like, there's...
Gotcha.
Like, what are you, fucking stupid? No one in their right mind would vote for a fucking whore, basically. Kamala Harris was literally just... Not even that she was a whore, she was just stupid. She talked and laughed fakely. She was fake. And people want to say that she'd be a good president because she's a woman. Okay, well, he'd be a good president because he's a man, a business tycoon, he knows shit. Well, exactly what it is you just do it because no one cares. The gender never matters, it's what you know. So it's like, I think people truly forget Martin Luther King saying, it's not your color, it's not anything. It's what you do. It's who you are. You know, that's the biggest thing that I despise so much that people seem to fucking just keep on doing. It's like,
Got a sting. My eyes.
it's like, why in the world are you sitting there and just keep on saying because she's a woman?
Oh shit.
Women are caring. She's not a mother. She's not a wife. She's a fucking whore. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Yes, I would choose a woman that's a good wife, that's gonna have a good, like, first man or whatever it is. Yeah. That knows how to be, knows how to take care of a family and shit. That's why there hasn't been a woman president, and probably will never be. You know what's so funny is? White liberal men altogether, especially liberal men, they will never vote for a woman. They would never vote for them. They'll literally undecided vote. People say, why is that? Because they're liberal people are the most racist, sexist people, at least for the most part. That's their mindset. Because they go by just feelings and that, they're gonna want to feel stronger, better.
Cloaked enemy here.
I wonder. So many bullets. A variety is the spice of death.
Damn it!
Yeah. There's a reason why people don't vote for women. Because motions don't get shit done. And they never did. And they never will. You can't rule a country with emotions. Because if someone sits there and gets in a fight with you,
What are you doing? That one was my favorite. Oh. You're more trouble. Now this is getting annoying.
he's like
Placing advanced weapon
glitch jump. He's like slowly jumping down. Ooh, I got caught with my dick in the rail. Fuck. Yeah. Like, the reason why I have to talk about this stuff is because people just don't understand.
Wave 11.
And, like, when you disrespect men so much and you just hate men, like, one of the girls that I sit there, I talked to her, and she was saying something about, the president's birthday and that. And she was just like, did you know that, Trump was, doing, like, a North Korea marching thing? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I told her, like, I really don't care about politics. Like, I don't care, just hate all men. Just keep on hating men. And have feminists fought waffles in front of you. Because, if a real man got in a fight with your man, he'd get his ass fucking kicked, and you would sit there and cry and bitch and moan because he got his ass kicked. But then again, I can't say there's a lot of real men out there. Because there fucking isn't. But yeah. Like...
Orzine has some serious cash to flash.
What I'm saying is, like, these feminist women fuck masculine men, but date feminist men. They fuck masculine men, the chads, and they date the feminist men. Because you can always go by how tormented they are with, like, their first boyfriend. And they always call them ugly and shit. But then again, ugly dudes don't get fucking bitches very easily. Attractive dudes do. Like, I'm curious about seeing a picture of that dude and being like, oh, he's a good looking dude. Well, yeah, he's very attractive and that. It's like, that's why you were with him.
Didn't want you to get bored.
And that's why you got bent over by him and he plowed you a lot. Because he can get what he wanted. And he had fucking money. The things you don't say when you talk about relationships. They're fucking stupid.
Not terrible, but that's just the word.
Oh shit!
Huh. Yeah, the things you don't want to say.
Jävla fan! Skitjävel!
It's fucking hilarious.
I didn't expect you to make it through that wave.
But yeah, the reason why women don't say those things, be like, oh yeah, my ex was super fucking hot. Because they're fucking, their boyfriend now is like the most feminist man. Like he's just like only masculine when he thinks he has to be. But then they'll just throw in a bunch of fucking weird ass like terms, like say like, oh, if you say something to me, my boyfriend's gonna beat you up, and then I'm like,
I don't want to know
I
what
say
happened
something to
here.
you and your boyfriend beats me up without thinking, because men on men violence is very tough to do, because most men don't just fight just because their woman says so. If they do, then they're just fucking retarded. And it's fucking very unnecessary.
Don't get too comfy. I've got more
Like,
sense just waiting.
I hate hearing women say that shit. It immediately goes in threatening mode. Like, just shut the fuck up. Just stop fucking talking. You know, because if something did happen and two men, especially two strong men, get into a fucking fight, and they get into an actual fucking fight where they're actually willing to kill each other because of your stupidity ass, then you're a fucking moron. I would never fight unless it comes down to actual real violence, not just because someone said something. That's fucking stupid, and I despise when people say that. Like, I'm a strong dude. I know I'm strong. Prove that I'm strong a lot.
Gotcha!
You know, but I'll fucking see women, they'll like talk about how strong their boyfriends are right in front of me and that, and they'll just sit there and like throw down some logic to think so, and I'm just like, well, I mean, I would like to see, you know, since you just say stuff, and then you're like, well, I don't know what lifting is. How the fuck do you know your boyfriend's strong? That's how I have to say it. It's like, how do you know your boyfriend's strong? Does he do anything? Does he work out himself? Like, if you know your boyfriend works out, you'd be able to say, yeah, my boyfriend goes to the gym, he lifts weights, he looks big. You'd be able to at least tell a little bit. But if you just say random shit, just to fucking just be like, huh? Like, you're you're retarded. Like, why do you even talk? This is what I'm saying. Like, women say really weird shit just to speak. Especially ones that are actually not that intelligent. Like, they're just very, like, they just don't know a lot. Because, like, they don't need to have knowledge because they're pampered and they're fucking absolutely fucking spoiled. And they pout all day because they can't get what they want. That is childish as fuck. Grow up. Have a kid. Grow up. Go do something with your life. But, you know, that's just how people are nowadays. But I never understood all this stuff and that. Like, was that like I don't want to not talk about this stuff? You know? But it's just I see it everywhere I go. There's feminist women fucking everywhere, and like they're the ones that don't go to the gym, which is kind of cool. I mean, some of them do. Most likely they don't. They're the ones that sit inside their house all day. They smoke a fuckload of weed. They sit there and they talk about emotional traumas every fucking damn day about their life, which is fine. You know, do what the fuck you want to do. And then you get the ones that actually progress themselves. They go to the gym. They lift weights and that. They try to perform, like, I want to make myself look pretty, look good and that. Other ones are like burping all over the place, like talking about, pooping and shit, like all this disgusting shit. I'm like, okay, you're one of those type of girls. It's like, that's how you think that men act? Fart and poop jokes, and then, yeah, we do. A lot of gay jokes, too, because we think it's funny. But when I hear women say that shit, it's like, it's the most awkward thing ever. Especially women talk about them like they're pooping and stuff. Like, why the fuck you talk about you taking a dump? Like, in my mind, I'm thinking like we don't say that to be, uh, like, people think it's sexy or something. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's the stupidest fucking thing. It's like, you're a woman. You should be talking about fucking taking dumps and shit. I'm sorry. That in any man's mind, we'll hear it and be like, okay, you're one of those trucker girls. You're like, oh, I'm a man, blah, 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 blah. You actually are tough. You actually got sturdy. But some people just like act like it. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're sitting there, you can be at least a little bit kind of polite about it. Like, yeah. But people talk about their problems so much. I gotta talk about my last stream and that before I went to bed. They always talk about the negative stuff about themselves. Nothing positive. Why do you never talk about positive? There's nothing positive about me. And I'm like, how do you live life? Well, how do you live life? You don't want anyone to say anything about you now. So like, if I went up there and and I did, if I call a girl attractive, they say like, he's like, yeah, you're really attractive. You're an attractive person. Would they even believe it? Or they just be like, make up a bunch of shit. Oh, you're just saying that because you want to have sex with me, some bullshit like that. Or you want to get with me. I'm like, no, that's just, they'll immediately go to a thing, but then they'll dress like it. See, the thing is that I've noticed this a lot. When I was working up at my last job, I noticed a lot when girls would come in that were attracted to me, and I see a lot of the same fucking bitches. I mean, I can't say they were bitches because they were just women. Some of them bitched, but say half and half. You know, and they would try to wear certain clothes and that, and they would always wear stuff that either shows off their butts, or they wear really tight shirts and that, and their boobs pop out, and you're just sitting there like okay. And they had a young lady come in. She's probably maybe like early 20s. She had huge fucking titties. She wasn't wearing a bra. She was really just walk around with no bra on, or her nipples hard as rocks, walk around her poking out through her fucking shirt and that. Where's your humility there? Don't you feel a disgrace? It's like me walking around with, with something wrapped around my cock and balls and having them bulge out all the time. People would fucking freak. I would laugh, but people would freak. Women would be like, oh my god, you can't do that. Your boobs are all hanging out. What the fuck? They're both sexual. Like, that's the problem. And like, it's not to say I didn't like looking at it, but it's like, I don't want to fucking see that shit. Like, you already got gigantic fucking boobs. Why do you need to fucking show off your nipples and shit through your shirt? And then you know that I'm looking at them, and then you sit there and you're all like smiling and smirking at me like you want me to fucking go over there and play around with them. Well, first off, that'd be nice. Second off, I'm at work. I'm not gonna fondle some girl's boobs at fucking work and that. Well, what you do? Suck me off in the fucking corner of the fucking place? Like, what's the whole point in this? Well, what does this even do? It doesn't do anything. It's stupid. It's just stupid. So I'm happy that a lot of women are wives are finally going on social media and telling these dumbass fucking feminist women and that, like, hey, stop doing that shit. The younger generation's following your dumb shit, and they're tired of it. They're seeing their daughters, ones are just getting out of high school and that, they're all acting like that, and they're all like, what the fuck's going on? Social media needs to censor this shit. I'm sorry, they need to censor stuff. They need to censor fucking this feminist propaganda bullshit. Like, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, Or at least if you're talking in a way that's promoting something that's not fucking a negative stereotype, like saying all men are bad, you should not have a fucking social media. Like, how do you blunt out say hateful things? Like, if you're talking about something like they talk about dating and that's fine. But if you're saying like men shouldn't look, no, ugly dudes shouldn't fucking look because you don't want their attention. And yes, there's a lot more unattractive men out there than there is women. Because women have a different value system than men when it comes down to sexuality. Now, here's the thing that I have to say. Men nowadays are a lot different than they were back then. All men worked. I see less and less men not willing to work because I was just like that. Most of them don't drive cars. I'm a prime example. I mean, I just never really liked it to begin with. But I digress. I see it more and more. And like, it's just like, okay, if you want to be in a relationship, you have to be able to do something, you know? That's one of the reasons why I'm not in a relationship. Unless the person lives really close to me and I can be able to get there and get back, cool. That's why I date people. That's why I like to date people around me. People that are like, around my area. There's a ton. There's a ton of gorgeous women, literally just like barely not even a quarter-mile radius around my house. There's tons of women, and I see them, beautiful, gorgeous women in that. That make it easier, right? It would. But the fairy tale kicks in. They want that fairy tale. And some people are okay with it. They're like, oh well, no, if you're cute enough, I'll date you, probably bang your brains out, and then I'll sit there and be like, oh well, that's good enough. Then again, you always get the trauma bonds. They say all the feminist women don't want to date masculine men because most masculine men are Trump supporters because they're not stupid. They know our country's falling apart and Trump's actually doing shit. Them are the men that are probably number one. They work more. They're the hottest in society now, and they have more chances of being actually developed. Here's why. Because I used to be a liberal based person. All emotions, cry, 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 blah, blah, blah. Had no motivation to do shit. Just saying everything should be given to me, blah, blah, blah. Took a little bit, but I turned a new leaf. And I said, I want to work for my money. I like going to work. I'm about ready to go to work in the next hour and a half. Make sure it is an hour and a half, because God forbid my dumb ass would be. Yeah. Yeah, about an hour and a half. And I like that shit. I love it. I like going to work, keep my ass busy and that for 7 or so hours and that. Because when I get bored at work, I literally do not like it. The people just sit there and they're on their phones and shit. I'm like, and I'm just sitting there. I'm twiddling dicking around that. I'm like, oh, is there dishes to do? Okay. Is that your? Come on, baby. Hey, babies. Come here. Ah, big fuzzy. Get a big baby. Wanna go upstairs? Go get him. I think I might start buying some G Fuel again. I don't know yet. But yeah, so I started thinking about all the stuff that happened. Now it's just taking charge of your life. I tell a lot of people, just work. Take charge of your emotions. Just work. See, when you're given too much, information out in the world, some people lately dramatize it a little bit. Go stay with you because they're bored. There's always one person that's always like, dramatize this, dramatize that, or they'll think that they're trying to pick them up and shit. Like, if all these people in that try to think that every single man's trying to pick them up and that because they say hi to them because they assume that's what men want is how they wear shit. That's why men don't approach women. Like, Like if it's a mutual thing, say gym, yeah. A lot of women always wear spandex fucking shit. Back in the 70s and 80s and that, they wear those fucking spandex fucking onesies, I guess. They look like onesies and that. They're like for yoga and all that shit and that. Their tits are all fucking perky and they're all bulging out. They did the same thing back then. They were camo toeing a lot, walking around with their butts all hanging out through like spandex fucking shit. They do the same thing they do now. There's no difference. It's just different wears. But women love doing that. You know, and they'll walk around. And the one thing I started learning about, one of the girls I used to hang around with, that she'd always wear a shirt. She would wear the spandex pants that have her booty all hanging out because she had a really fat butt. Wasn't why, but yeah, fat butt. It's actually really hot, but still. And like, she would wear a sports bra underneath her shirt. She was so scared to take off her shirt to expel herself the way she looked that she never did it. I'm like, oh well, you know, you're young and that you're 20, you're 20 years old now or whatever it is. I get it, but like, okay. Like, I'm not in the gym to show off. That literally give me this sense of why women walk in. It's a confidence thing. And I get it. Men have the same thing too, but men normally just like, they wear sleeves and shit. I mean, they see guys that are bigger than them, obviously they get jealous. It's just how it is. But like, it is what it is. And like, you start seeing this stuff, seeing how it used to be. People were more comfortable with themselves back then. They would go to the pool with their whole entire group of people and that. They would all swim together and talk and that. Guys were confident, be like, "Oh, I'm hot. You're gonna like me." And women were like, "Well, I'm really hot too." And like most people were attractive looking. They weren't fucking massively obese, laying around all damn day. They would go out and like show off and play football and shit, run around and play sports and that. Because they didn't have TV much back then. They would watch like old TV shows and shit like that, but like they were outside more, playing more, developing more, going through the ropes more, understanding more, and stuff like that. That's what really changed. People are like watching TV and they're playing video games a lot and they're eating like potato chips and super processed foods and shit. Stuff like that. Yeah, it's just the exercise phase is kind of like went down. Like being strong, masculine man has gone down very far because I don't see a lot. I see a lot of feminine, non-masculine men. It's fucking insane because they believe this is what women want. You did this to yourself, women. You literally tell men what you think that you want because you don't spell the truth out. You don't spell the truth out that you want a big hunky man to tear your ass in to 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 get you what you want. And you tell these men, you're like, I just want a nice man, doesn't matter how he looks and that. Oh yeah, she'll date you, but in a secret way, she'll fuck me. That's basically what it is. She'll snicker it towards Chad looking dudes that they're not even Chad, they're just well built dudes. They're well built, they're very attractive men. I always say me because it literally just happened to me with my fucking ex. I mean, she didn't do it in that way, but it threw down very quickly. Like, if I wasn't attractive looking enough, like she told me that, she's like, well, I normally date tall, skinny guys and that. I'm like, okay. You're more bulky, kind of pudgy, and all that. I'm like, yeah, I can see that. But she still did shit with me. She threw herself on top of me, you know. And like, it was saying, not because I was a nice guy. No. I did stuff towards people in that because I see something with them that they don't see themselves. Love. The stuff, the neutral shit that most people have when they see someone long enough. Like if you work with someone long enough, you fall in love with them. Especially if you're attracted with them. If your attraction's really high for some reason, and another person thinks that's true, even if they denounce it, they push it back, seeing you all the time in that, seeing the way you look, seeing your body in that, you eventually are going to attract to that person. Eventually something's going to break. Eventually your hormones are going to tell you, fuck that man. Or the man's going to be like, hormones are going to be like, fuck that woman. And that's how that shit happens. That's why you have random sexual acts. That's why men shouldn't work with women. Like seeing them out in a place in that, like out in real world, that fine. But if you're working, like they're always gonna fuck. There's countless times, almost every job that I always had multiple women that want to do things with me. Always, always, always. Because I worked with them for hours and hours a day. They start flirting with me. We start talking more. And then if something happens, they'll deny it. Like, well, I didn't do nothing. I remember having married women try to flirt with me. It was weird because I'm just like, I have really heavy honor with that shit. I will never fucking do. Well, we're just talking. No, you're not. You're flirting. You can't just talk with the man. It's always, if it's a neutral conversation, that, fine. But like, if it's about work, fine. But if you're telling me, and which happens sometimes, I try to think of me being like a mentor based person that I like listening to people. But that's what women want. That's what makes them attracted to you. That you listen to them. And if you have good looks, they're automatically going to want to be closer to you. It doesn't even matter because women logic doesn't work the same way men logic does. A man can say, I'm listening to you, I want to mentor you because I'm saying might be older or might be more wiser. I'll give you actual good advice. Stuff you probably don't get because you're listening to TikTok feminists that are just a bunch of fucking retards. I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. You should listen to actual women psychologists that actually fight against this shit. They're all like, yeah, these bitches are crazy. Like, they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. But as you get closer and closer to people, when you work with them, that you always do, you always find certain nicks, certain things that just change. They have to. It's adaptability. Our bodies and our minds adapt to everything that we surround ourselves with. So, like for me, like I said, every single job. I used to work at Taco Bell 10 years ago, and one of the girls there was highly attracted to me. After a while on that, at first that she threw out the whole boyfriend thing, which I didn't know she had a boyfriend at. And then slowly she started to want to hang out with me. Slowly she wanted to attract more to me. And then all of a sudden, she got closer and closer, a little closer. And then she started like rubbing her butt on me and spanking my ass and that. And I grab her big old fat. And she wanted me to be with her. She wanted me to be close to her. She wanted to be like, to give her like, she wanted me to basically, she wanted me to fuck her. And she didn't care. She didn't care at all about her man. She literally was so ecstatic that say like like she thought I was really beautiful. She thought I was like a really attractive dude. It does not matter. I will say this up front: women lie right to your fucking damn face. If you're an ugly man, that I bet you 100% you're just a pool for her to cry in. But the guy that's bent her over when she's crying, probably happy tears, is blasting her in her ass while you're sitting there absorbing all her emotions and that. Chad's in the back of her butt, fucking the shit out of her. And you're sitting there not even noticing that because you believe her sob. You believe the bullshit. Now I say these are not all women. Of course not. The ones with honor that actually want to become mothers, or they have a more motherly instinct to raise up younger children. Now, I'm not saying that they can't, or can, some people can't have children now, but they still have the mentality of it. So they have pets. They do the whole thing with pets. It's like, I get it. Cool. I think it's kind of awkward. Everyone's like, okay, but whatever. No, what they do is they do it towards their fucking boyfriends. They do that mother thing towards their boyfriends, and then they flat out just like talk about it, and it's just like, I get it, okay. So that's fucking weird. So the cycle continues. You fuck Chad dudes, guys that are fucking really hot to you, because you'll just let them in no matter what. You'll tease them. You'll tease them all day long. Tease, 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 tease. And they know that they're doing it. And they try to say, no, I'm not. Shut the fuck up. Like, you're so stupid. No woman sits there and does these things towards any man that they're not attracted to. And they do it. Like, for instance, shoulder rubbing. Something simple, right? Women don't want you to know why they do it. But when you know why they do it, it's fucking hilarious. So, for instance, I'll be sitting there, say, at a meeting night, and one of the girls I know of, or whatever, and her man's there. Whatever the fuck. Stereotype. For some reason, like, out of nowhere, she'll walk past her man and then rub on his shoulder to show, attention. Because that's what men like. Men do like that shit. But sometimes it's not just for that man. Sometimes it can be for another man to notice. And women are very, very signaling. They signal to other men certain things. And if their man doesn't understand that because they're, fucking retarded, then they're going to sit there and think everything's fine. It's like, no, it ain't fine. Your woman's literally signaling me to be attracted to her. And you're just sitting there like a fucking idiot and not addressing it. Because it happens with me a lot. I know this ain't my first fucking rodeo. I see it a lot. And I notice other dudes see it too. Because they're not in between it. They're just looking in on it. And they're seeing all the stuff that's happening. And then when I throw it out there and I start like expelling the bullshit, I start to notice that people already notice it. Number one, glances, looks. Not attraction is about looking. You look at someone. You identify attraction through looks. Period. That's it. That's always the first thing. Some people are obsessed with looks. Some people literally do not care about the personality at all. The one guy I used to fuck with up at Taco Bell a little while ago, like 10 years ago, she didn't give a fuck about personality. She didn't care they got mad at shit. She didn't care. She literally just wanted to bang me and then go back to her boyfriend. And if she could keep it under the wraps and hide it, she would have. She would have kept on banging me. Because she did it with her first guy. She cheated on the man that she was with her first boyfriend. And he took her back because he's fucking stupid. Like, dude, your girlfriend's a fucking whore. No. She's like prancing around, throwing her ass at all these dudes' faces and that they're attractive. And then you're sitting there like, well, she didn't mean to. No, first off, she's fucking lying to you. Second off, it's a survival thing. She can't survive without you. That's why she keeps you. And then fucks guys like me because I'm more attracted to you. Because you're like, the dude was like short. He's like 5'4", short ass dude. He worked hard. It's not to say his body wasn't bad. He was a good looking average dude. But compared to me, I'm taller. I had a prettier face and that woman didn't give a fuck. She wanted to plop on me and she wanted to get pregnant. I always tell men, like, yeah, sex is great. But if women have boyfriends and they're trying to flirt around with another dude, it's just like, what the fuck is your problem? Stop doing that. That's why you should be at home and not fucking working. Because for some reason, women can't help themselves with that shit. They say, well, guys do too. Guys can't get women worth shit. It's only guys that don't want to attract women get women. I don't want women to attract me, but they attract me. I'm not begging for it. I don't give a fuck. I notice it because it's fun. Of course I do. You know? Because the idea in their heads pop in. They're all like, big, strong man with pretty face. Hot. Attractive. I want to get with it. It's stupid. And I'm very annoying, actually. I remember the first time I streamed that, I had a whole bunch of gay guys and a whole bunch of girls trying to like pick me up and shit. Like, oh, you're cute and that. Oh, you're this and that. You know. Like, oh, cool. That's how people are. They're utterly fucking obsessed with this shit, and it becomes really annoying too. Because you're just like, when you're younger now, like you know, a late teen, it's different. Like, talk about one of the hottest girls I've ever fucking seen. You know, had a massive crush on me, and I didn't even know it until 15, 16, 17 years later when I saw her, and I didn't know. And she just flat out told me, she's like, oh, I always thought you were really cute in that. I was like, one of the hottest girls in school. I mean, she was super fucking banging. Like, tremendously. Like, you look at her, you'd be like, yeah, I'm balls get really thick. You hard as a rock. Like, so one of the hottest girls in my fucking school, in high school and that, she was a year older than me, had a massive crush on me. I'm like, no way. She's like, yeah, I thought you were really cute and I was scared to talk to you. Like, have you seen yourself in high school? Like, you were fucking amazingly looking. Like, really? And she was like happy to see me and that big ass smile and I like she was trying to still get with me. It's not saying I'm gonna get with you. Well, first off, you got fucking kids. Kids always get in the way. As soon as you have kids, I mean, honestly, you're probably just looking for someone to bang. I could see that, you know, because she doesn't live that far away. She literally lives like not even like 5 minutes away from me. You're literally just looking for someone to be with. I'm not saying I wouldn't. She's fucking huge titties. She's fucking monstrous boobs. She got like double D. She's got huge titties now. She ain't bad looking. She's got really big boobs now. Her face looks good though. She's got a pretty face. But I'm like, damn, I didn't know that shit. Fuck. I mean, I remember I had these group of black girls in high school, and that they got attracted to me. Or at least one of them did. They always used to play around with me, and that they always used to grab on my butt and all that shit, and that, and like black women are fucking worse than dudes. Like, they literally will fucking grab on your cock and get you hard, like start doing stuff with you. It's fucking weird. Like, they have massive confidence. Cause I remember that shit though. Jesus, like, they go around, they stick their hand in my pants and grab my ass. And it's like, damn, this is prison. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I remember I was walking across the hallway at high school now. It's like above the gym to go to the other side. And they came up. That's where we always walked through that before we went to class and that. And they reach around me, grab on my ass, all that stuff and that. And I was like, damn. But yeah, like little things like that. I never noticed until I start looking at it. I'm like, huh, kind of weird. But then I remember like every time I be in the classroom and that, I remember this one girl. Her name was Megan. She was like trailer park hot. Like, her body, she's a got a bit of a butterface and that. When she had acne and shit, but my god, when she was like a junior and I was a senior and that, like she was a year younger than me. My god, her tits got fucking monstrously huge and that, and like she was super into me. I remember one day she was showing off cleavage and that, and she was sitting there and she asked me if she wanted to do sexual shit with me. And I'm just looking at her like, huh? I'm like, and she was begging for it. Like she was like, oh yeah, I heard that guys like boobs. I'm like, yeah, your tits are huge, but because we used to have classes together now for many years. What I'm trying to say is like throughout my life, I've been noticing if I stay close enough in a vicinity of women, I have a bound of having women attract to me and like jealousy spreads, a bunch of shit spreads. I did it at fucking Hooters. Hooters was literally the best worst experience I've ever had. I literally had like dudes get massively jealous over me. One dude got massively jealous over me. He actually tried to fight me because he would hear women talk about me and how cute I am and wow he's so he works really hard in that. He's so attractive. He's not a complete pervert. Oh no, I'm a pervert. I just don't show it up front, But they don't care about that because. But like, it started to happen, and other girls start to notice it. Other girls start to get jealous of it, and then I got a group of girls and that and, like no one would say anything to me. It'd just be off and it'd be up and down because a lot of them had attraction towards me, and they were all hot because they worked at the fucking hitters and that. I remember this one girl. I know she had attraction towards me now because she took me home one day. She took me to the gas station because it was like raining now. I'm like, I don't mind walking in the rain. It doesn't really bother me. She's like, no, I'll just take you home in that. I'm like, okay. And so she took me home and that we talked and all that stuff and that, she was really hot now. So she had fucking fantastic ass on her. She was very, that ass is popping. But the whole point of it was that I was trying to be a gentleman and that. But then I started noticing like other girls started giving me attention. And like, I got them happen like that. And they all started doing like this, like, because I don't understand anymore like I used to. Like how when you're a kid that you just kind of express yourself and how you feel towards like people you ask questions to. You're like, no, it's the same sex. It could be the opposite sex, but no, you ask a bunch of questions like, oh, I think this girl's really cute and all that stuff and that. And the guys are like, oh, they're going to talk to her and that. It's like, I don't know, I'm scared. And the girls do the same thing. But women are always like that. Women don't really change too much. When they say, women never really grow up, well, you're not supposed to. Not saying a childish woman is a good woman in that, but like, women don't really grow up past a certain mindset because they don't normally have to. Because to be able to grow up to a certain mindset, that's why men change. You gotta take bigger rules in life. You can't just sit there like a little kid anymore and play video games and do something. You actually have to do something. That's why when I see men that sit there and play these games and that, they're like, I don't want to work. I want to sit home all day and do nothing. Like you have time to if you work 5 or 6 hours a fucking day. If you work 5 hours a day, so you work 6 days a week, that's 30 hours. You can work 7 days a week, and you're still gonna have time to do something. Like literally, 5 hours of work literally goes by, snap of a finger. Like today, I worked 6 to 1. I worked 7 hours today. It's gonna go by extremely fast. It always does. The first 4 hours go by extremely quick because I listen to people talk and that I'm sitting there, you know, try and get my shit together and I've been drinking a new energy drink called Celsius or Celsiol, whatever the fuck it's called. A lot better than all the rest of them because it actually has a lot more other good nutritious values with it. Like it has like potassium in it and other things in it that actually I like a lot. You know, and they have good flavors. That hold on, right back. Oh, fuck. Oof. Go back. Go back on the YouTubes. Ugh. There's always something to watch. Yeah.
Highly controversial and widely despised TikToker Lily Tino survived in prison. As someone who recently served 10 years in prison myself, I'll tell you exactly what their prison experience will be like, why they're at risk, and who would want to get them. But first,
Ew.
for those who don't know, here's a quick recap of who Lily Tino is and why they are now facing anywhere from 5 to 15 years in prison. Let's get started.
Yeah, this person's a fucking like massive pedo. Jeez.
I hope that I'm Shaw, the strongest man on earth, and today Mr. Beast flew me to South Africa to go head-to-head in a tug-of-war against a lion. This is the most insane challenge I've ever done. Made it down to the filming site here. Behind me is the
This is fucking insane. He's got a tug of war with a fucking lion.
that we are actually going to be in. So I'm going to be on one side, Lion's going to be on the other side. The entire Mr. Beast production team is down here. They've been working incredibly hard, and I got to say, this looks phenomenal. And the setting here in South Africa for this is just, I mean, it doesn't get much better. So it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. I am going to kind of start getting changed now. Definitely mix up some pre-workout, hit that greatness extreme without a doubt, because I have never pulled on a lion like this, and I wanna bring everything I can. So it's gonna be a heck of a lot of fun. Let's go. Get everybody in. We're gonna do our intros, our walkthrough, our intros, which is not action. Okay. So it's in there. Where Jimmy will say it a couple of different times. Set the stage so that the viewers understand what's going on. Makes sense, right? And then, like, you better get ready to go. Okay. And then we can go into your process of stretching, push-ups, whatever that may be. Because Jimmy may like, oh, well, what does this do? How does this help? How we can make content out of you getting ready for it, because that really builds up to the culmination of doing it. Perfect. That's all right? That's perfect. Okay, so Jim's probably about 10, 12 minutes out. Okay. When he gets here, we'll walk through some stuff. Mm-hmm. Grab you, walk you through it with him. But who knows, when he gets here, he'll probably come right up and chat with you. Love it. Yeah. And your competitor should be here in about 10 minutes as well. But what's your best guess? Of how many it took to move the line? No, how strong are you compared to, like, are you like 4 or 5 of me? I took how many of me are you? You'll understand why. Tell me how many of me. You'll understand in a minute. You'll understand. This kind of gives you a rough picture. So basically 4 of me. It's very grainy. It won't be this grainy, obviously. There's no signal. So it has like a bone that it grabs onto. So this is 4 guys pulling on it. Got it. You can kind of see them pulling. These are all the different camera angles. So you can see kind of like the way it's like dragging the line. Sure. It also, like, when we one of the tests we did, the lion literally like was holding on like this and flipped his leg over the rope and started like crawling like that. And it was like trying to tie a rope to that wall and try to pull it. Sure. Pull the rope out. Oh, I bet that was but don't let him do that. But yeah, so what we'll do is we'll just have you start. Obviously, you film this, okay? So you get the whole, we'll do 3 or 4 different intros. We'll probably do one where it's like more of a surprise intro for the lion, and we'll have the lion in cage, and you can there. We'll get some shots of you're like stretching, your like warm up routine, all that kind of stuff, and it'll be go time stuff. Does it just clip on? All right, guys, so we're getting set now to do the real thing. The meat is suspended up, and I think the lion's pretty excited. I think the lion is also very angry. So I am gonna need to flip my switch and get into my mode here to be ready to rock and roll.
Brian Shaw's a gigantic fucking man.
Dustin, can Brian jump in test drive it? He knows how to drive stick.
I feel like we are in a good spot, getting in there. Got the cleats, got the setup. We're gonna trim the rope a little bit, just so I get to a finishing position, and I'm good to go. And some of this is just making sure that it rolls because once the lion gets in there, it's go time. So I feel like that's gonna be a pretty good adrenaline rush when the lion comes out because it's gonna pace a little bit apparently before it grabs the meat, or maybe it'll go and grab the meat and then it's game time. But yeah, we will see. We'll see. I actually legitimately don't know how this will go. It's going to be a lot of fun to get in there and get out there. So.
Now we're in the middle of an African safari with the strongest man on earth. What do you think we're going to have to do?
Well, it looks like a rope. Looks like a cage. And I think I heard a lion.
Yep.
In the back. So
precisely. The strongest man in the world is going to be playing tug of war against the strongest animal in the world. Okay. He's gearing up to face a lion. Let's go into your head, Brian.
I'm feeling like I better be ready to go.
Yeah. So the second you open that cage, you're just going to instantly start pulling.
I've got some adrenaline going.
Oh yeah. Okay. Before anybody can break the parts out of the cage, just run with it.
Okay, I'll be right with you.
Yeah. No, ideally you're slow.
Okay.
Get it hard.
Yeah.
Any final words?
I better be ready.
Yeah.
This is gonna be intense.
You better be ready. I agree. Wait, so what's your stance going to be? How do you beat a lion in football?
I think I've got to be staggered.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to try to, if I can, just march backwards.
And use like the weight of the back.
Lean back a little bit.
All right, this is going to be a practice one, so don't open out this. 3, 2, 1, go! Now this next one's for real. Everyone, this is for real. Everyone settle. No movement, please. Do not distract the lion. Coming in the cage. 3, 2, 1. Release the lion. There it goes. Not giving up. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to lose. We're going to be flying a bunch of these. The lion's literally holding the strongest man in the world back right now. There's a red flag on the side of the lion. All it has to do is cross that hole and Brian's going to the lion's strategy is literally to just hold the ground and wear it right. Brian won! Congrats! Brian just won! The strongest human in the world can, in fact, beat a lion in tug of war. And don't worry, as reward for competing, we're going to give this lion unlimited meat for the rest of the day. What do you want to say to the king of the jungle? That was way harder than I thought it would be.
Honestly, the tactics were amazing.
Yeah.
Going to the side there, I couldn't get that rope to move. And
Yeah.
He's a strong, big boy.
This lion really likes playing tug of war. It looks like he's actually sad that we stopped playing because he wants to keep going. Whoa. Okay. I won't talk to him. Next show. Good job.
All right, guys, we are here in an airport, still on the trip home from South Africa, and what a wild trip. We had to leave the set there and get to the airport to catch a flight back, and it was a crazy trip. So we went South Africa to Amsterdam to Boston, and now we've got to go Boston back to Denver. So another not quite 5 hours to go here, but tired, feeling excited. What an experience, just being able to do that. So
That's fucking insane. I always find it really interesting that how like brutally strong people are. That's funny.
independent women that do not.
That's the one thing I always like to talk about. This whole feminist thing. Like, saying women get beat guys' asses, that always makes me laugh. These women get these really weird things in their head. They're all like, I can beat a guy's ass. I was kicking him on the balls. Here's what I have to say. The best thing for a woman to do to fight against a man. I mean, if a man is trying to attack a woman, that which most masculine men tend to not do, unless the woman provokes the man, then she might get slapped or some shit like that because you don't provoke men. That's stupid. You know, but if you provoke a man and you get mad at a man because like he didn't do what you wanted to do in that, to do the whole control freak thing, and you slap him, he's gonna slap you back. Men don't punch women, we slap them. Just like like bitch men, we slap them. I'll slap a man, but you ain't worth my strength. I'll slap you. Now it's true, this slap hurts more than a fist. Because the ricochet of a slap, it's more surface area. And if you whip a slap, you'll literally, like, you can knock someone out with it. And it'll hurt like fucking hell, too, because it leaves a, like, instinctive, like, stinging on your face. I've been slapped before in that. But yeah, that shit's crazy, though. Oh, people make me laugh. It's always so funny, though. Well, it's just like these women. It's just fun. It's just fun to talk about when I never talked about this stuff before my whole entire life until like the last like 5 to 6 years. All of a sudden you start seeing all these women come out and they're all feminists and they're all like crazy. They yell a lot. They're always angry. And it's like they live a miserable life. We're like, well, it's because you're trying to do something that's not natural. It's that you get your way with politics. You want to keep pushing the envelope forward. And now it's going to stop. Now everything's going back to normal sense because we gave women a good run. The feminist women gave you a good run. You guys thought, we'll do things better than that. And then you end up doing worse. You don't do anything. You get mad. Like when I see people like get angry at work, for instance, and they get so emotional at work and they're like, oh, it's because of my traumas from my past. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about your traumas from your past at work. If you want to talk about it and have a chit chat about it, that's cool now. But why are you emotionalizing at work? Like, why is it on your mind, first off? And second off, this is why men don't date women. Because you're traumatized. You get traumatized. My ex was horribly traumatized by her fucking first husband. And she knows why. Because she's unfaithful. Okay, well, then why do you keep on dating guys then? You're not faithful. Just sit here, find a guy that can, bang your butt in. Sit there, you might go out every now and again, that. And that's it. Good, game over. You're done. You can't keep on doing that shit. You're gonna kill yourself mentally and emotionally. You're never gonna be satisfied. Why keep doing that shit? That's what bothers me. It's like, why do you keep doing that stuff? Like, you never take responsibility over your own actions, but you want men to take responsibility over their actions. Well, that's not fucking good. It was like I said, not smart. Look at the Firebat. Firebat's got the coolest gun in the game. Like, I surely want to take responsibility over my actions. How'd he even see?
Wave 1.
Yeah. Smashed by protein shake.
They are upon us. Would you hide from death? Need I kill you twice? Roasted on a spit.
But yeah, he gets kind of funny though when you actually like look at things from like the perspectives and I was like, what's changed?
These times
Yo, fuck, when I was in high school and grade school, and like women always talk about all lovey-dovey stuff and that.
And that's most of the wave.
Blessed relief.
I thought about that one girl that I met when I was in high school. That you know, I've really multiple of them that. Her name was Megan. She's got she had a dysfunctional family that she really wanted to find someone to get out. And that honestly, she was really fucking attractive. She had a banging body, man. Her tits were fucking fat. She had big boobs. Man, she had huge titties. She had one of those model bodies, but with kind of like a butter face. I guess you call it butter face. And I was very surprised in that. I still remember those. I still remember those boobs, even today. That was fucking like 17, 18 years ago since then almost. I still remember that rack being pushed in my face. She ended up marrying someone that was
Need I kill you twice?
some dorky ass dude and that. I was very surprised, but like,
Would you hide from death?
she ended up getting fat and shit.
Reload. All who use fire. I am revived. Would you hide from death? Dead or undead? On my own. Engulf it in flames. The dead.
Go to the pod. Buy things.
But yeah, like, I think about it.
You'll
Not often.
die.
But when I saw her on Facebook and that a little while ago and that,
Wave
fucking,
3.
probably like 10 years ago or whatever, she was married and that, had a kid and all that shit and that.
Use fire. No. Would you hide from death? Burn. Engulf it in flames.
They were like, I'm like, damn. She got married
These
and that?
times are bathed in blood.
Seen the guy she got married to? I was like, damn.
Dead or undead?
But I noticed,
Bring hellfire upon it.
like,
The dead.
the more attractive you are as a person, the less likely you're gonna get married. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, attractive people don't get married nearly as much as they used to.
Roast. The dead should remain dead. You hide from death. The dead should remain dead. She's cloaked.
That's Lucifer.
The resupply pod is open. Spend your dosh and shut up.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know.
Sustenance.
There's just so much things have changed. Like, there's people that should like, I can't say they should never have kids and that, but like,
You're not even trying. I don't have any grenades.
there's people that have like issues in that, and they're like not the best fucking like of genetics or whatever when it comes down to like not looks. They can have really good looks, and that, but like health wise. And it's sad because they'll have kids, and their kids always seem to have issues and shit. And people, you know, always say it's like, oh, well, maybe they should have kids, and now like. In some instances, you know, I gotta believe in that just a little bit, you know, because, you know. But then again, you know, does it really matter? So.
Its balance is lost. Kill it. Dead? Undead.
No, it doesn't, because people are gonna have kids no matter what, because sex feels great, and he doesn't, you know, as a woman, he doesn't like getting fucked. Exactly. That's what brings in the babies, is having sex. And when you have sex a lot and you like it, you're gonna fucking eventually get pregnant.
Engulf it in flames.
Don't break your arm patting yourself on the back.
The dead should remain dead. I am become death. Bring hellfire upon it. Need I kill you twice? Would you hide from death?
None of this ad's made it in. Surprising. Want a cookie?
Ooh.
Kill you twice?
If I thought that was anything but
It's
love,
named by the D in
I
there.
would be impressed.
Hmm.
Area remains secure.
Spitting flames.
A bunch of